Yes, well, what we're hearing is indeed that there's an airstrike that was carried out by Israel on an apartment block in the southern suburbs of Beirut, which is a Hezbollah stronghold. And indeed, they hit a flat on the higher levels of a building. Now, killing at least, these are the figures for the moment, 6 people and injuring another 15. Now, what we're hearing is amongst those killed is Ibrahim Kobeisi. Now, Ibrahim Kobeisi is a very important figure in Hezbollah. He is one of the heads of the missile division, the ones indeed in charge of firing missiles at Israel. As you know, the CIA believes that Hezbollah has a stockpile of around 150,000 missiles. Now, that was before the Israeli bombardment, but in any case, it was a very important member of Hezbollah, and it is thought by security analysts that the 3 major leaders of the armed forces of Hezbollah who have been killed in the past few days. That means all the layer, if you will, of the commandment just under Hassan Nasrallah. Now, there's another person who was a target for this attack, and that is Talal Haniyeh, but we haven't had confirmation yet if indeed Mr. Haniyeh has been hit or was present when this attack took place. We'll have to see what information's come out later on. He is in charge of the external security of organization, so basically in charge of planning operations overseas for Hezbollah.
And James, look, since yesterday, we know that tens of thousands of people in Lebanon have been displaced, most of them in the south of the country. Some of them have been taking shelter where you are in the city of Sidon. Let's listen, first of all, to a few of those who have had to flee.
They struck right next to our house and our building was shaking. We got very stressed. This is why we had to leave and we came here. We were told it's safe here.
The bombing started reaching us and everyone else. May God protect everyone. So I had no choice but to find a lift for us. I took my family and my mother, and we came here to this school in Sidon, which we were told had opened as a shelter.
And James, I know you yourself today are at a shelter for some of those people who've had to flee. Give us a sense of the stories you're hearing from people there.
Well, what we're hearing is that people have indeed fled as quickly as they could when they were under Israeli bombardment. I spoke to a lot of these people. As you can see, some of them are behind me. There are 400 in this school, 75 families that have been taken in. Mattresses have been handing out. They're starting to prepare coffees in the classrooms. There are volunteers here who are telling us they're hoping to open yet more schools and help more people. And while we've been here, well, we've seen a couple of groups of people coming into these schools and setting up for the night. Now, the people who are here tell us they have nowhere else to go. Basically, they left on the roads. And this is something we witnessed yesterday. I was driving back from Sidon. We saw a lot of people stopping on the side of the road with no really place to go, sleeping in cars, on parking lots in front of restaurants, often with small children running around. So it's pretty difficult for people. And those we spoke to here, I spoke to one family, a 15-member family. The father was telling me that they were at a funeral when these Israeli missiles fell quite close by. A lot of people were actually injured at the funeral. No one died, though. But then, as they went back to their house, they realized that one of the walls of the house had been blown off by an Israeli missile. They just decided to pile in the car and come here, 15 people in the same car, and him telling me he has nowhere to go and is way too frightened to go back to the villages in the south. So they're going to be staying here for now. Now, of course, this means this is a humanitarian catastrophe which is developing in the country, with people trying to stay wherever they can. I can tell you, because we witnessed that this morning, that in Beirut all the hotels are full, packed with people trying to find a place to sleep. And of course, there are these people along the road. So yes, indeed, a very difficult situation for the people living in the south who've had to evacuate very rapidly their homes.